Yes, 3 more have sprung to mind since ending the last recording. What a shame. And in fact, the very first, which was in November 2003, when I still lived in England and was merely holidaying, at Women's Land in Llanfair Clydogau. And from Llanfair Clydogau, I had discovered Aberaeron, and I had discovered Newquay and all sorts of delights. And I still lived in Southampton. I started home in Southampton. And on a very belated reflection, after this one incident, I should have returned to Southampton and said that was a lovely holiday and never, ever, ever, ever come back. Because that was kind of, I have to say, this was unrelated to Karen. I don't think anyone could have known about Karen, and unrelated to the publication of Deadly Daddy, because I hadn't even written it at that point in time. Anyway, I spent the night at a guest house on the coast. I'll leave it at that. And while I was at breakfast, I was noticing, take all your time you want at breakfast. And I did. It was a gorgeous breakfast, I admit that. Gorgeous. I got back up to my room only to find it had been tossed. Went back down, spoke to the manager, complained that the room had been tossed in my absence. It didn't go down very well. So I went back upstairs to my room with the intention of, gathering my things, paying the bill and leaving. I can't remember at what point I did pay the bill, but I most certainly did pay the bill. And that wasn't in dispute either. But what happened on the way up the stairs was that a fellow guest kicked me down the stairs. At that point, I called the police. Silly me. The policeman decided on the spot, which is, I'm going to damn well say this, the way that business is often conducted in these parts. It's an on-the-spot decision. Why bother with the courts? I've even had an ex-policeman say to me that the Queen's Road has never made it over the Cambrian Mountains. So, the policeman decided on the spot that I was trying to get out of paying the bill. Pay the bill and get out, or be arrested. Excuse me, somebody else pushed me down the stairs? I haven't done anything. Anyway, I thought, okay, it's a good idea to pay the bill and get out. I'll do that. And did so. That is also on my police record. Still don't know what the offence is. I was the victim of an assault, and I did pay my bill. And that was never in dispute. And that was actually the first on this long list. And the other two that have instantly come to mind are far more recent. After my home in Kaman got flooded with sewage, well, I can't say relations between the landlord and I had ever been particularly friendly, since either he or another man, as I think I have said somewhere, went into my home every single time I went to Carmarthen, which was a 2-hour round trip on the bus. They went in and it was illegal. And of course after the sewage flood, things got even less friendly. Especially as he had to pay for me to go into a hotel for several nights. An hotel, if you want to be precise. He did say he would pay for my dog's kenneling, and then reneged on that, and on the last night in the hotel. Anyway, this bastard decided he was going to be awkward about the keys when I left. So we texted back and forth, and I said, I'll meet you anywhere you like, as long as it's neutral territory. Any cafe, name a place, any time you like, and give you the keys, but not without a receipt. At that point, he called the police. The police duly came round and knocked on my door and said, let us in. And I said, show me your warrant. And of course he didn't have one. Actually, I think they came they came 2 or 3 times. So on the last of these occasions, what I had done was take the keys to the university where the landlord worked, given them to reception and told them the name of the landlord. These are his keys. Could you give me a receipt for them, please? And they did. So when the policeman came the last time and said, come on, keys, I said, come around to the window, and held up the receipt. Here's the receipt for the keys from the university. He has them. Oh. Didn't end there. After I'd got into this place where I sit now, I had a phone call from the police. This guy, the landlord, had accused me of texting him. I said, yes. If you take a look at the texts, all of them are trying to arrange a meeting place to give him back his keys. Now, what is the offence? Perhaps it was the mention of Aberystwyth in the video I watched that made me think, there are some more injustices I want to put right before I bloody kick off.